Hello YouTube and welcome back for another top 5 in the year 2026 on Football Manager 17. Now we've already done the goalkeepers, we've had a look at those, we've already had a look at the strikers. Now we're going to step it back a notch and we're going to check out the wingers of 2026. Just to see who's the best, see who you guys should buy and see if there is any potential bargains out there for those. So without any further ado, let's have a look, let's get down to it and let's check out those wingers. Well, if you're having winger problems, I feel bad for you, son, because he's got 99 caps and you ain't got none. First on the list, we're doing it in reverse order this time, Christian Pulisic. He's from the United States of America. He's 27 years old in the year 2026, which would make him around about 16, 17, I think. 17, probably. So let's have a look to see where he plays. He plays on the left side of midfield, so he's natural at midfield left, and he's natural at winger left as well. So attacking midfield left position. Now he's right-footed, so you might want to use him as an inside forward, despite what his role and duties say. He plays best as a wide playmaker, and also as a winger too. He's got pretty good acceleration. He's got decent pace. He's a fairly professional personality, so his personality is pretty decent as well. His first touch is pretty good, at 16 out of 20, and his vision is pretty spot on too. So his concentration is lacking a little bit. And he's 5'8", so as I say, pretty small, pretty nippy. Nothing sort of really physical other than the fact that he's pretty quick. So yeah, I mean, he's pretty good. 110 grand a week. He's at Bayern Munich currently, 34.5 million. Let's have a look and see if where he's gone, where he's journeyed so far. So starts out at Dortmund and went to Wolfsburg on loan in the 2018-19 season for a loan fee of £1 million. Went to Spurs for 14.75 million. Ended up at Bayern for 12.75. Leverkusen took him off of Bayern's hands for a little bit for 13.5 million. Then Bayern decided that they wanted him back. They missed him so much they were willing to fork out another 24.5 million for the guy. So if you are looking for somebody who plays on the left side of midfield and can play left winger too, or the reverse order, you're looking for a left winger, somebody who can also play at left midfield as well. Christian Pulisic is going to be your guy. So, number 5 winger in the world in the year 2026. Well, surprise, surprise, this guy makes it onto the list again. So, not only did he feature in our top 5 strikers, he is now in the top 5 wingers as well. And what makes Marcus Rashford pretty unique is the fact he can play on both the wings. He's natural at attacking midfielder left, and he's natural at attacking midfielder right, as well as being natural at striker. So, if you're after a utility man, Marcus Rashford could be the purchase for you. So, like I went over in the last video, he's pretty expensive at 245 grand a week. Not only that, but Chelsea ended up paying 48.5 million for him. So you're not going to get the guy for a pittance, unfortunately. But he does have some very good stats. Now, I'm going to switch this over to his stats for a winger on support, and you can just sort of have a look and see. Now, physicality-wise, he is very, very good for the suitability of a winger role. Acceleration of 17, pace of 18. Which you definitely need that on the wing if you're going to play on the sort of the left or the right hand side. As a striker, it will come in handy as well, and he has got some very, very good stats for a striker. But we're not concentrating on that. We're concentrating on how good he is at the winger position. Now, he does lack in the crossing department, so if you are going to utilise him as a winger, you probably want to train him up in crossing. He's got 13 dribbling, which is above average, so it's okay. First touch of 14, passing of 12, technique of 14. He works very, very hard. He's got a work rate of 15. Personality of resilient too. So, yeah, as an all-round package, as somebody who can play sort of any role, sort of along the top, somebody who can cover for injuries, somebody who will feature quite heavily in your team, Marcus Rashford may be the purchase that you want to make. I'm not going to say any more about him because we've already covered him previously, but have a look at him. If he suits you, buy him. Right, so number 3 on the list of the wingers then is Felix Passlack. Now, Felix Passlack is a German international, having won 68 caps and scoring 9 goals for Germany. So somebody who plays on the right-hand side, getting a goal return rate at international level of almost 1 goal in every 7 games is quite a good return, I think. I'm going to argue that it's a decent return. It's a very, very good return. So not only is he pretty capable on the right hand side, he also gets goals too. So spot on. Can't complain about that. Now let's just focus on his on his winger attributes. Well, the thing that I do like about Felix Parslack is the fact that he can play anywhere down this right hand side. So he is natural at right back. He's natural at right wing back. He is natural at right midfield, and he is also natural in the right winger position. Now let's just focus on his attributes for the right wing. His preferred role is the Ramdeuter. So that is the space finder, somebody who utilises and maximises their potential in the space available to them. Somebody who will go and find that space and use that space to the best of his ability. Now, in terms of attributes for Felix Parslack in the winger position, acceleration is very, very good. 15 out of 20. Balance, 17. Stamina, 15. Not only that, he's got some very good mental stats. His work rate is off the ball. His determination is very, very good. Now, he does have a resolute personality, and what that means, according to Guide to Football Manager, is he does have good to excellent determination and professionalism, but no better than good pressure. So his professionalism is going to be around this figure as well. Media description of attacking fullback, but don't worry about that. We're focusing on the winger position. Finishing of 13 and first touch of 13 as well. This guy is all round, overall, very, very good. And let's just have a quick look at sort of his transfer history. Now, starting off at Dortmund, and what I'm noticing here immediately is the guy is not going to be cheap. 66 million was the fee that Liverpool had to pay to take him off of Dortmund's hands, and then to prize him away from Liverpool, Paris Saint-Germain had to pay 61 million. Not only that, but he does have a wage figure of £275,000 a week currently in the year 2026. Player traits, he gets forward whenever possible, which should be sort of a given pretty much that he plays anywhere down that right hand side. He plays short, simple passes, he places shots, and he knocks the ball past the opponent. So, as a winger, knocking the ball past the opponent and having the ability to do that is, in my opinion, a very good trait to have. So that's Felix Parslack. If you have purchased him, let us know how he's got on for you and how he's performed, and if he is worth the purchase for the money that they're sort of asking for him. So Felix Parslack, that's the man. Now, number 2 on the list, I would be very, very surprised if you guys haven't heard of this guy, Martin Odegaard. I am 99% sure that each and every person watching this video has heard of Martin Odegaard at some point in their life. Now, let's just have a quick run through what he's all about. So in the year 2026, he is 27 years old. He's on £240,000 a week, so not cheap, but does have an estimated value of £48 million. Now, in this, he's currently transfer listed by request, so you might be able to pick him up cheaper in the future. But let's just focus on what he is all about and what he can sort of bring to your team in Football Manager. So he is natural at attacking midfielder right, not so good at attacking midfield left. He is unconvincing in that position. So let's focus on the right hand side. If you're after somebody who does play the inside forward role, now the good thing about Martin Odegaard is he can play equally well the inside forward role and the advanced playmaker role. Now, the attributes required for the inside forward role are acceleration and pace, of which he has 18 for acceleration and 15 for pace, so some very, very good stats there. The mental stats required for performing in this position are composure, decisions, flair, off the ball and vision, of which he has 17, 15, 16, 15 and 18 respectively. The attributes required for the technical side of things: crossing, which he's got 16, dribbling 16, finishing 12, first touch of 19, so a huge, huge first touch. Long shots of 14, passing of 17, and technique of 18. His player traits: he plays 1-2s and he cuts inside from the wing. So as an inside forward, the cutting inside from the right wing is going to be absolutely vital to his play. So I would think, looking at those stats there, that Martin Odegaard is going to be extremely, extremely good for that position. So let's have a look at his history and see where he's ended up. So obviously he starts at Real Madrid because Real Madrid purchased him. Dortmund did take him on loan for £675,000. Everton purchased him in the year 2021-2022 for £45 million, and then Bayern snapped him away for £41 million. Now, the guy has got an average rating of 7.06 in 274 games. He has scored 45 goals and got 42 assists in that time, which is a pretty good return, in my opinion. Now, he's won 89 caps for Norway and scored 10 goals there. And his media description is a flamboyant midfielder. But what really strikes me with this guy is his technical stats. Not only that, but his mental stats too. He has some incredible stats for the winger position. So if you are looking for somebody who will play on the right-hand side, Martin Odegaard, if you can afford him, extremely good purchase. So it's time to bring you guys the number 1 winger on the list in the year 2026. Now this guy's name's Kylian Mbappé. He starts off his career at AS Monaco. He moved to Toulouse on loan and Malaga on loan, and then back to Monaco. Dortmund picked him up in the year 2019-2020 for £22 million. He went on loan to Valencia for a loan fee of £1.4 million. And then West Ham picked him up for a massive fee of £57 million. Now, look at this. 7.21 average rating, which is absolutely incredible. 63 goals and 52 assists in that time in 268 games. For me, those are some absolutely incredible stats. Now, let's have a look and see what he's all about. He has got a spirited personality. He's French. He's only made 35 caps for France, though, so far. But he's got 16 goals. So that's almost 1 goal every 2 games he plays for France, which, for a winger, is absolutely insane. A goal return of that kind of... a goals to games ratio of that kind of figure is just ridiculous. So I've got a feeling this guy is going to be just really ridiculous on that wing. Now, the good thing about him is he can play on both wings equally well. He's natural at attacking midfielder left and he's natural at attacking midfielder right as well. Although one thing I do notice here is the fact that he's best suited to the winger role on the right-hand side and he's best suited to the inside forward role on the left-hand side. He doesn't have a full circle of green on the right-hand side in that winger duty, whereas in the inside forward role on the left-hand side, he has a full green circle. Now, if I'm spending that kind of money, I don't want anything less than a full green pie. I want that circle to be completely and utterly filled. I don't want like 3/4 or anything close to that. I want a full green circle. Now, this guy on that inside forward role, just looking at his traits here, his traits really match up to that. So if we have a quick look at his player traits, he gets into the opposition area, he cuts inside from both wings, and he runs with the ball often. So somebody playing that inside forward role, being able to cut inside from the wings and running with the ball, and also getting into the opposition area too, is really good. Now, let's have a quick look at his stats then for that inside forward role and see what he's all about. So, first thing jumping out at me here is the acceleration and the pace. Acceleration and pace of 17 apiece for somebody on the wing, it is absolutely amazing. Some really good sort of physical stats there. Mental stats, composure of 15, decisions of 15, flair of 18, which again is a really good stat to have on the wing, especially the ability to do the unexpected. And so yeah, if we just read this here, the attribute reflects the player's natural talent for the creative and the unpredictable. So being able to do something which the defenders aren't expecting on that wing, and then to be able to cut inside and get into the opposition area is a really good attribute to have. Off the ball of 15, vision of 14. And that's that for the mental stats. Some very good mental stats there. Now, jumping over to the technical side of things, crossing of 17, which on the wing is absolutely vital. Dribbling of 18, so that's absolutely insane as well. Finishing of 12, first touch of 17, long shots of 13, passing of 16, and technique of 17. So the stats that this guy has for the winger role, or for the inside forward role rather, it's just crazy. He's got some really incredibly good stats there. So number 1 on the list, Kylian Mbappé. If A, you can afford him, or B, have a chance at picking him up, definitely do it. Because first glance, looking at this, you're going to have a hell of a player there. So I would totally recommend him. If you can get hold of him, don't hesitate. Give it a go. Right then, so that rounds up our top 5 wingers in the year 2026. Once again, thank you very much for watching. Like I do say, if there is any sort of position that you want me to sort of cover next and have a look at, let me know in the comments. Just give me a shout and say, oh, it Jills, look, have a look at sort of like defenders or something like that, because I really need to shore up my defence. So, like I say, give us a shout if there is any other positions that you want to see me cover. Don't forget to follow my Twitch channel. Don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. And we will see you guys in a future video. So thank you very much for watching, and ciao for now.